Dr. John Maxwell mentioned that leadership is influence. Sociologists tell us that even the most extroverted individual will influence at least 10,000 people throughout the course of their lifetime. Everyone influences someone. It's about more than I, it's about us. More than me, it's about we. And today on In the Mix, we're going to have a candid and courageous conversation about influence, how to grow and empower people to be great. It's going to be a great show. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you are doing well. Come on, family, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the thumbs up button. While you're doing that, hit the subscribe button as well. Yeah, let's do that. Let's light it up all the way in here. I'm grateful for likes, but also want some lights too. Getting ready to have a conversation of illumination. You know how we always do it. Like we always do it this time. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Come on. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat, family. We're going to have a 100-watt conversation. We're going to keep it all the way 100. We're going to stay lit. We're too lit to quit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. We're getting ready to have this courageous conversation, candid conversation. We're going to spotlight and highlight the topic, influence. Yeah. How to grow and empower people to be great. Dr. King said, any and every one of us can be great. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. All you need is a heart of love and a soul. All you need is a heart and a soul generated by love. And here's the thing. It seems as if everybody wants to be an influencer. Nobody wants to serve. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. So many people want to be served. But do you really want to serve? Everybody wants to be an influencer these days. But hear me, I need you to understand this. It's about more than your following. It's about how you lead those who follow you. It's about how you create leaders from those who are deemed to be followers. More than your photo filter, it's about you having laser focus. Why is that? Because the essence of leadership is about influence. Yeah, that's what leadership is all about. If you could boil down leadership to one particular word, to its granular level, that's what leadership is. Come on, family, just type influence. Come on, family, type that in the chat. Type influence. That's what the whole aspect and the whole gamut of leadership is. Leadership is influence. So much so that sociologists will tell you that even though the most introverted one of us, come on, family, just type this in the chat. Let me know who's introvert, who's extrovert. Let me know. If you are introvert, type introvert. If you are extrovert, type extrovert. If you're an ambivert like me, type ambivert. Ambivert means, you're kind of just in the middle a little bit. You have some extroverted qualities. You have some introverted qualities. Sometimes you're an introvert. Sometimes you're an extrovert. Depends on the climate of the context of the event. the people you're around, so on and so forth. Which one are you? Extrovert, outgoing, introvert, more so to yourself. Ambivert, kind of in the middle. Here's what sociologists tell us, that even of the most introverted of us, the most introverted individual, the most extreme introverted of us, we will influence at least 10,000 people over the course of our lifetime. Isn't that interesting? No matter how much you consider yourself to be the Mac in the back, I don't need my face on it. I'm just chilling. I'm cool, calm, and collected. Everybody else can have the spotlight. I'ma just chill in the low lights. You, my friend, are one of those individuals who will influence 10,000, at least 10,000 people. Ain't nobody thinking about me. I hear you. Ain't nobody trying to be like me. I hear you too. But little do you know, the people who you don't even think are watching you, thinking about you, trying to mimic you, are those, in many cases, who are influenced by you. And here's the thing, everyone influences someone. Here's what we have to be asking as leaders. Come on, family, just type, I am a leader. Just type, I'm a leader. I am a leader. Leadership is not about a title. Leadership is about function. Leadership is not about you having more degrees than a thermometer. It's you being willing to turn up another degree. Well, leadership is not so much about how you can motivate people. It's about how you can be disciplined yourself. Leadership is not about how you just lead a whole bunch of people. Leadership is about how you first lead yourself. Everyone influences someone. And as leaders, we have to be asking these particular questions. We have to be asking ourselves these particular questions. If you're going to move the needle forward in your particular industry, if you're going to bring about change, because this is right here is our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks change, right here in the mix. You have to be asking yourself questions such as, who do I influence? How do I increase my influence? It's another question you need to be asking. Who do I influence? How do I increase my influence? What leadership abilities do I need to be adopting so that I can expand my influence? This is what I love about our Eagles community. We focus on ideas, impact, influence. That's what we do. I want you to join us. All you have to do, the link's in the chat, links in the description of this video. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. I want you to be a part of my private group coaching and mentoring and training, leadership development sessions of what it is that we do. Go right now, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. Join us. Develop your leadership ability so that you can soar to another dimension. Family, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. Success, that's our acronym. Empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. That's our acronym. Here's what we have to do. We have to be intentional. We have to be intentional with our influence by consistently seeking to serve and add value. That's what I have to do. That's what we have to do. That's what you have to do. You have to be looking for ways. How can I serve? How can I be of service? How can I add value? Notice I didn't tell you, how can I look to be served? How can I look to add value, whether as an entrepreneur or even as an entrepreneur? How can I show up better today than I did yesterday? What questions do I need to be asking of myself? What questions do I need to be asking of my colleagues? How do I need to show up in the boardroom? How do I need to show up in the classroom? How do I need to show up at church? How do I need to show up in my community center? How do I need to show up in my organization, in my nonprofit? How do I need to show up at my job? to be better. Dr. John Maxwell, one of the preeminent thought leaders on leadership, said that he intentionally gives value by doing 5 things every day. 5 things every day that Dr. John Maxwell does. Family, if you're ready for the 5 things, just type ready. Just type ready. I want to share 5 things. These are the 5. Dr. John Maxwell does each and every single day to intentionally give value. Oh, I'm on assignment and I'm in alignment with my divine assignment. I'm being intentional. Yeah, so since I'm intentional, here's what I got to be. I got to be metacognitive. I got to think about what I'm thinking about. How do I add value? If you're ready, type ready, family. And I love seeing it in here. I love seeing it in here. Yeah, the colorful conversation that's being communicated. Why? Because our colorful commenters have badges. Family, I would that you would go ahead and get one. I want you to be a partner with us. Partner with me right here on In the Mix. I see you on In the Mix, but I do want you to be a member of In the Mix. Don't just be a ghost follower at all. Show up as a partner of In the Mix, because your partnership helps us to grow. Your partnership helps us to broaden our broadcast, helps us to get the feasible equipment to make this show bigger, better, and brighter. So I would that you would go ahead and secure a badge. Yeah, you can tap the join button on this video. The links are in the chat. The links are in the description of this video as well for how to go ahead and get a badge. We have 3 specific tiers that you can choose from for as low as $9.99. VIP, Royalty, OQP. You up with OQP? Yeah, you know me. You up with VIP, Royalty, OQP? Now you show me. Go ahead and secure a badge. Again, your partnership helps our broadcast to expand. And of course, my gift to you as well, is for you to now have access to our members only content called Connor's Corner content. Yeah, I've got some empowering information and some insight that I know is going to move the needle for you and empower you to go and grow to another dimension. We're talking about influence, how to grow and empower people to be great. 5 things that Dr. John Maxwell does to intentionally give value. One is this. He says, I value people. I can't give value to somebody I don't value. Come on. It's real antithetical. I can only give value by valuing people. Dr. Cornel West said, you can't lead the people if you don't love the people. You can't save the people if you won't serve the people. I have to value the people to give value to people. Ooh. Can't lead the people if you don't love the people. Can't save the people if you don't serve the people. Can't give value to people if you don't value people. Valuing people moves you into a place of humility. It's not about I, it's about us. It's not about me, it's about we. Malcolm X said, even in the word illness, when people come together, illness becomes wellness. When we replace I with we, even illness becomes wellness. Zig Ziglar said, if you want to get what you want in life, listen, if you help people get what they want, you'll get what you want. If you help people get what they want out of life, you will get what you want out of life. Number 1, value people. Write that, family. Secondly, he says this, think of ways to add value to people. Talking about, come on, family, we're talking about influence. Influence is leadership. I have to do the interpersonal work to grow, and then I have to empower people to be great. Value people, number 1. Secondly, I need to think of ways to add value to people. Yeah, I need to be thinking about that. How do I add value to people on my job? How do I add value to people in your fraternity or sorority? How do you add value to people in your community? How do you add value to people in your organization? How do you add value to people in your mentoring group? How do you add value to people in the Zoom room? How do you add value to people on YouTube or on your social media page? Because your timeline could be someone's lifeline. How do you add value to people at church? In corporate settings, formal and informal environments. I need to be thinking, oh, here it is. In order to be thinking about ways, this is what I got to do. I got to think counterculture. I got to be innovative. I got to be moving the needle forward to think creatively. I have to be a critical thinker in a chaotic world. So here's what I can't be. I can't allow myself to be someone who has scarcity mindset. Yeah. I can't be dealing with emotional squatter type of thoughts that are in my mind. I can't be dealing with vision snipers. I can't be dealing with emotional snipers. What does scripture say? Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God. I got to cast it down. If it's higher than God, it's too high. Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are worthy, whatsoever things are virtue. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. Can't be conformed to this world. I got to be transformed by the renewing of my mind. A transformed mind says, listen, I'm not worthless and I'm not hopeless. I'm more than a conqueror. I affirm myself. I value myself. Because if I don't value me, I can't value you. And if I don't value me, much less value you, I can't think of ways to improve and to add value to other people. I got to be metacognitive. I have to be thinking about what it is that I'm thinking about. Come on, family, just type add value. Type add value. Come on, make it do what it do and type add value. Yeah, too many of us, because of our stinking thinking that keeps us sulking and sinking. Here's what we do. We subtract value. No. Not you, though. Not you, though. I want you to add value. Family, we're going to mix it up even more on In the Mix. Breaking news. I just want to interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring an important announcement. Got a special message. In the midst of this special message, I want you to stick and stay. More is on the way. Yeah. Greater breakthroughs on the other side of this break. After these messages, I'll be right back. Family, there is power in partnership, and we are better together, which is why I am on a mandated mission to activate 30, yes, 30 new action takers who are ready to soar beyond their limits. I'm ready to develop and deploy you into your gifts and your greatness. Now, are you ready? Well, get activated by joining the Eagles Academy, where we cultivate your gifts and your talents to become the greatest version of yourself. And we do this through weekly mastermind sessions where you receive strategies for exponential growth with self-paced Eagles Nest reflections that include personalized feedback to transform you, to renew your mindset, to empower you to take action and actualize your purpose. Are you an action taker? If so, today I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Well, great. Then visit theeaglesacademy.com and become a member. For only $24.99, you will unlock unlimited knowledge and resources that will launch you and catapult you into the greatest version of yourself. I invite you to the winner's circle. On your mark, get set, go right now to theeaglesacademy.com and seize this moment. Yes, y'all. And we don't stop. Come on, family. I need you to heed. Yeah. To these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about influence, how to grow and empower people to be great. Family, we're having a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button on this video. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change. Our channel that breaks change. Our channel that creates change. There it is. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button as well. Not only are you a subscriber, you're a partner. We're talking about influence, how to grow and empower people to be great. I mentioned a few aspects of what Dr. John Maxwell, who is a leader, a thought leader on leadership, he explained that he intentionally gives value by doing 5 things every day. One is that he values people. Secondly, I told you, he thinks of ways to add value to people. If you just join us, this is what we're talking about. Got to value people. I got to think of ways to add value to people. That means I have to be an innovator. I have to be a creator. I have to imagine. I have to stretch the elasticity of my thinking. I have to think bigger, better, brighter. Thirdly, here's what he does. Thinks about ways to value people. He values people, but he also says, let me look for ways to value people. Yeah, let me look for some ways to value people. I don't know. Maybe it's a word of encouragement. I don't know. Maybe it is you giving back to communities. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is. But here's what I do know. I know that it is imperative to where you've got to be thinking about, what can I do? What are the gifts that I have? How do the gifts that God has given me and the talent that God has given me add to this particular area? Come on, family. Maybe sometimes the opportunity is not just to speak. Maybe sometimes the opportunity is to serve. Maybe sometimes the opportunity is not to necessarily receive an award. It is you rolling up your sleeves because the greatest reward is helping other people. When you have that particular mindset, you understand this. You don't do it for applause. You do it for a cause. And the cause is compelling other people to grow in their greatness. It is the expansion of ideas. It is your impact. And then as a result, it is your influence, because leadership is influence. He says, I add value to people. I need to think of ways to add value to people. I need to look for ways to add value. Then, fourthly, he says, I need to do things that add value to people. Yeah, I'm valuing people. I'm thinking of ways to add value to people. I'm looking for ways to add value. Then I'm doing things that add value. A lot of us are looking, but we're not doing anything. Now, that sounds like a good opportunity. That sounds like a really good idea. I should try that, you know? Okay, go for what you know then. What are the things that I am doing to actually add value? Don't tell me that you're adding value just because you're in the room, but you're disconnected. Don't tell me that you're adding value just because you're in the room, but hear me. Are you subtracting from the vision in the room by causing and putting division in the room? Come on. It's a stark dichotomy. It's a big difference. Am I adding value to the vision, or am I bringing about division? Why is that? because a house divided against itself cannot stand. And a lot of times we bring division because you ain't call my name. But you sing the song, he knows my name. But you're worried about everybody else calling your name. And when people don't call your name, now, guess what? You back up. You don't show up. You feel some type of way. You stop serving. And hear me, if serving is below you, leading is beyond you. Leadership is not always from the front. Sometimes leadership is from the back. Sometimes leadership is from the middle. Sometimes leadership is beside. Sometimes leadership is not your name in lights and your name on a fellowship hall wall in a certain hall of fame, wall of fame. No, it's about you laying claim to the fact that, listen, I'm a servant leader. The greatest among us shall be your servant. Why? Because influence is not only about leadership, it's about servant leadership. Robert K. Greenleaf talked about servant leadership, really coined the phrase. Servant leadership. Going above, going beyond, making it more about people than it is about you. It is you showing up. And when you show up, you empower people to go up. Come on, family. Type servant leader. Type servant leader. Not only are you a leader, you are a servant leader. Servant leader. Been a lot of conversation. Politically, socially. A lot of conversation about this Project 2025 thing. Project 25, whatever it is. Yeah, we got to be informed about it, but here's here's the major thing of what it is that we need to be focused on. Matthew 25. Hearing a lot about this Project 2025. That's deleterious to a lot of people's destiny, especially those who look like you and me. But does it connect to Matthew 25? When I was hungry, did you feed me, is what Jesus said. When I was naked, did you clothe me? When I was thirsty, did you give me drink? When I was in prison, did you visit me? Here's what he said. If you did it to the least of these, you did it unto me. We got to care for the least, the last, the lost, the left out, the overlooked, the underserved, and the underrepresented. Those who have been marginalized, those who have been stigmatized, those who have been ostracized. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. That's what servant leadership is about. Ain't about no politics. It's about having some stick-to-itiveness to say, listen, we got to affect some change in these schools. We got to make sure that people don't just are able to get minimum wage, but they're able to have a living wage. Got to make sure that people just have a roof over, that people have a roof over their head, that they have clothes on their back, that they have shoes on their feet, that they have adequate food on their table. Got to make sure that our children have adequate education and adequate access and opportunities to resources. This is what it has to be about. This is the whole aspect of servant leadership. And this is what adding value to people's lives is about. Got to value people. I got to think about ways to add value to people. I have to look for ways to value people. I have to do things that add value to people. And then this is what I also have to do. I have to encourage others to add value to people. That's what I got to do. Got to encourage others to add value to people. Because teamwork makes the dream work. Family, just type better together. Type better together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Better together. We are. Unity and community. We can do it. You don't just soar as high as your dream. You soar as high as your team. Leaders understand the whole aspect that they can't get it done on their own. Servant leaders want to delegate. Servant leaders are not so stuck on themselves that they're so myopic, that they got blinders on, that they can't see, you know what, this is an area that I'm weak in. Let me get somebody who's strong in this particular area and understand that it's not an indictment on my leadership. It's not an indictment on who it is that I am. You can do the job better. Let me put you over here. Why should I have you operating in a particular place that is not feasible to your skill set, to your gifts, to your talent? No, I need to put you in a particular place to where you can shine. Come on. If only one person is going to shine, ain't nobody going to shine. They have to create ways to where people can use their specific gifts. Leaders are not insecure. Servant leaders are not intimidated. Why? Because whoever you intimidate will be who you eliminate. Family, drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. This is a super conversation. Candid, courageous conversation talking about influence, how to grow and empower people to be great. If you don't have a badge, go ahead and get one. Tap the join button. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description of this video. Go ahead and secure a badge. Partner with us. Become a partner of In the Mix. You can do it on any one of those tiers, VIP, Royalty, OQP, and then get access in our members only content area to Connor's Corner content. This is so needed and necessary because we are in the people business. No matter what you do, you really can't get away from people. You got to value people. You got to get to the particular place to where you understand that it's not just about you. The world doesn't revolve around you. But hear me, as this world revolves, you got to evolve. Because if you don't evolve, you won't be involved. It's a lot about AI. We're hearing a lot about AI, artificial intelligence. But hear me, we need some PI. We need some people intelligence. We need some RI. We need some relational intelligence. You're more intelligent in robots and in robotics than you are in relationships. That's a problem. You'd rather focus on machine than man. But I need you to understand that you as a particular individual, you matter. It's time for you to use your conscience. It's time for you to muster it up and use your intelligence, your ingenuity, your insight, your ideas, your impact, your influence, your imagination, your innovation. Come on, the world is waiting on you. Somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. How much longer will you make them wait? Come on, family, type the wait is over. The wait is over. The wait is over. I'm giving value. As I'm moving in the marketplace, this is what the marketplace demands. The marketplace demands value. What am I doing to add value? Right? Ask you that particular question. How do I increase my influence? Here's what you have to understand. Influence is earned. Influence is learned, but more so, influence is earned. It doesn't come instantaneously. Doesn't happen by accident. Doesn't happen by osmosis. Nothing happenstance. Here's what we have to do. We have to be intentional about how we grow and how we approach our influence. I got to be intentional. What books am I reading? What podcast am I listening to? I hope In the Mix is one of them. And it continues to be one of them. Who are my mentors? Why? In the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Who are my virtual mentors? Who has my ear? Because hear me, whoever has your ear has your mind. Whoever has your ear has your mind. Whatever has your mind has your life. What has our ear? Is it just Jeezy, Weezy, Yeezy, Jeezy, and Jay-Z? Is it T Grizzly? Is it Sada Baby? Is it Lil Uzi? Is it Sexy Red? Lord have mercy. Is it BET and Fox and CNN and MSNBC? Or is it God? Are we tuned and programmed into God's purpose for our life? There are two types of people. One who gives value and the other one who just has their hand out to receive value. Which one are you? Because influence is not received simply by having your hands out to receive it. Influence is attained by giving value. What am I doing to add value? Who am I giving value to? Where can I give value? How can I show up today? How can I show up bigger, better, brighter for tomorrow? Do I value people really? Or do I only value people to the extent of what it is that I can get from them? And then when I can't get anything from them, I don't value them anymore. Is my value for people tangible? Do I need them to buy me something? Do I need them to take me to a particular place? Not understanding that the greatest value of a particular person is not what you can get out of their purse, is not what you can get out of their pocket, is not what you can drive around in their car, it's not the clothes that they can give you and the clothes that you can wear. It is who it is that they are. By far. Is not seen with the naked eye. It is ascertained by the mind and by the spirit and by the heart. Family, understand this. Just because somebody has a heart doesn't mean they have a heart. Let me say that twice because it's oh so nice. Come on, family, just type check your heart. Check your heart. Check your heart. Just because somebody has a heart doesn't mean that they have a heart. Come on, family, drop some heart emojis in the chat. Got to check my heart rate. Yeah, physically, but I also got to check my heart rate internally. Does my heart only beat fast in a place of excitement when I'm getting something? Or does my heart beat fast when I'm giving something? When I'm improving somebody else's life? When I'm caring for the least, the last, the lost, the left out, the overlooked, the underserved, and the underrepresented, those who are marginalized, those who are stigmatized, those who are ostracized? Does my heart beat fast for them too? Those who are vulnerably housed, those who in many cases who are impoverished, those who may not even be impoverished and they just want to improve their life. Maybe they're dealing with depression. Maybe they're on the edge of their mind. Maybe they're dealing with suicidal ideation. Maybe they've got conflict in their life. Maybe they're dealing with trauma and triggers and they need truth and transformation to really explode past their past. Can I meet them where they are? Or am I so myopic to where it's solely about me that I can't even see what's going on with you? Come on, family, type influence. Type influence. Nobody celebrates takers. We only celebrate givers. I'm not just talking about giving of your money. I'm talking about giving of your time, giving of your talent, giving of your gifts, giving of the treasure of who it is that you are, to where you're shifting other people's lives to move to another dimension. Family, the world is waiting on you. Are you going to show up? And when you show up, are you going to shine? And when you shine, are you going to just take the credit for it? Or are you going to say, listen, the reason I can shine today is because God is getting the glory from my story. If you knew what I had been through, if you knew what I had experienced, if you knew all of the stumbling blocks that I had to shift and transform into stepping stones, if you understood the grief that got shifted into grace, you would understand that you don't have to just live here or die here. You can evolve to a greater place. Family, this is a great place right now for you to sow into this word that you've heard. We've been having a super conversation. I would that you drop a super chat or a super sticker. I would that you partner with us. Your partnership is a seed, and your seed helps us to meet the needs of this broadcast, of this program. We're looking to broaden our broadcast. We're looking to expand our reach, securing equipment for this show to make it bigger, better, and brighter. And you can help us to do that. Yeah, on any particular level that you can sow, it would be greatly appreciated. You can sow into the super conversation through a super chat, through a super sticker. You can sow via Cash App. Yes, electronic medium as well. Cash App, $access identity. PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail. Links are in the chat for where and how to give. The links are in the description of this video for where and how to give as well. It's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. Seed time and harvest. The day that you plant the seed is not the same day that you eat the fruit. But as you're sowing on good ground, I'm speaking acceleration over your seed. As you sow your seed, I want you to name your seed. I'm expecting God to do 30, 60, 100 fold in your life. Not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow where you soar. I want you to sow where you grow. This is a good place to grow. This is a good place to soar. And I believe, as I'm joining my faith with yours, as you name your seed, maybe it's influence, maybe it's courage, maybe it's empowerment, maybe it's value. I don't know what it is, but I want to join my faith to yours that God does the exceedingly abundantly and above all, that you can ask or think. Thank you for sowing that seed. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your super sticker. Thank you for your electronic gifts that you have sown as well. Family, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the thumbs up button. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button as well. In our Eagles community, I want you to soar with us. We expand your ideas, your impact, and here it is, your influence too. We're developing your leadership skills and your abilities, empowering you to soar into greater success and purpose, taking you to a place within yourself that you can't go by yourself. And how do we do that? Through strategy, structure, solutions, and systems to shift your vision to another dimension. I want you to experience the transformation that takes place in our Eagles community. I want you to partner with us on the greatest level, and that is by becoming a member of our Eagles community. Family, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. I believe it's going to encourage somebody to join. I want you to go with us to another dimension, to another level. TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com. Can't wait to see your face in our digital space. If you're not a member of our In the Mix family, go ahead and become one. Secure a badge even now. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video. Tap the join button, VIP royalty or OQP. Thank you for partnering with us on any particular level. Family, In the Mix is out of time. But y'all know I'm not out of truth, and so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we do that each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix, right here on the YouTube side. But we're also locked in on our sister satellite stations on social media. And so sincere salute for all of you and to all of you who watch us on any of our channels. I do want you to hit the like button, but also hit the subscribe button. Don't be a ghost follower at all. And of course, I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way. Yeah, step this way, step that way. Which way? By friending me, by following me right now on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop. At EddieConnorJr. Come on, family, put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Please reach out to me. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? You know I'm the man for the job. So invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your event, your session. Let's make progression. Email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. It would be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Your brother, and I mean that, from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know a brother gotta run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you, to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. Family, there is power in partnership, and we are better together, which is why I am on a mandated mission to activate 30, yes, 30 new action takers who are ready to soar beyond their limits. I'm ready to develop and deploy you into your gifts and your greatness. Now, are you ready? Well, get activated by joining the Eagles Academy, where we cultivate your gifts and your talents to become the greatest version of yourself. And we do this through weekly mastermind sessions where you receive strategies for exponential growth with self-paced Eagles Nest reflections that include personalized feedback to transform you, to renew your mindset, to empower you to take action and actualize your purpose. Are you an action taker? If so, today I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Well, great. Then visit TheEaglesAcademy.com and become a member. For only $24.99, you will unlock unlimited knowledge and resources that will launch you and catapult you into the greatest version of yourself. I invite you to the winner's circle. On your mark, get set, go right now to TheEaglesAcademy.com and seize this moment.